Peppa Pig. I love you, Daddy Pig.
What are we doing today, Daddy?
asked Peppa one morning. Today, said Daddy Pig, we're going on a surprise adventure. Ooh, gasped Peppa and George, bouncing up and down in their seats. When Daddy Pig had everything ready, he called Peppa and George. Are you ready for your dadventure? He asked.
Yes, Daddy,
they cried, giggling. First stop, the supermarket, said Daddy Pig.
That doesn't sound very adventure-y,
said Peppa. You'll see, Daddy Pig replied. Daddy Pig zoomed around the supermarket with the trolley. This is how you shop in style, he cried, dancing and juggling with the food, then rolling the tins down his arms and into the trolley. Peppa and George clapped their hands.
Go, Daddy!
Peppa, George and Daddy Pig filled the trolley to the very top. Plunk, plop, crash. I think that's everything, said Daddy Pig.
I think that's everything in the shop,
said Miss Rabbit.
Daddy,
said Peppa as they put their food in the car.
I love shopping in style.
Me too, agreed Daddy Pig. Next stop, lunch with Granny and Grandpa Pig, announced Daddy Pig.
Lunch isn't an adventure, Daddy,
said Peppa.
We have lunch every day.
Yes, but do you have it on a pirate ship? asked Daddy Pig.
No,
said Peppa.
Arr!
cried George in his best pirate voice. Everybody hopped on board the ship for a special pirate picnic made by Daddy Pig. Goodness, said Grandpa Pig. This delicious food is worthy of the captain's table.
Daddy,
said Peppa,
I love pirate picnics.
Me too, said Daddy Pig, munching away.
Where are you off to next, my little pirates?
asked Granny Pig. I need to do a spot of work, said Daddy Pig.
Oh,
sighed Peppa.
Work's boring, Daddy.
Not my work, Peppa, said Daddy Pig. My work is an adventure. He pointed over to Miss Rabbit, who was waiting for them in her helicopter.
Ready to fly to work, Daddy Pig?
asked Miss Rabbit. We are indeed, said Daddy Pig.
Wow,
gasped Peppa and George, buckling up. They waved goodbye to Granny and Grandpa Pig, and then Miss Rabbit zoomed them across the sky.
Daddy,
called Peppa over the noise of the helicopter.
I love going to work.
Me too, called Daddy Pig. Miss Rabbit landed the helicopter at the playground. First, all the holes need filling with concrete, said Daddy Pig. Peppa and George sat in the driver's seat of a big, loud truck and poured concrete all over the playground.
Daddy,
shouted Peppa,
I love pouring concrete.
Me too, Daddy Pig shouted back. And now it is time to test all the play equipment to make sure it works, said Daddy Pig.
Hooray!
cheered Peppa, running to the seesaw.
Whee!
cried George, zipping down the slide and flying over the wet concrete.
Where to next, Daddy Pig?
asked Miss Rabbit. The fair, please, said Daddy Pig.
Righty-o,
said Miss Rabbit. At the fair, Peppa, George and Daddy Pig filled all the holes with concrete. Then they tested all the rides. twice.
Daddy,
Said Peppa.
I love the fair.
Me too, agreed Daddy Pig. We have one last job, said Daddy Pig. We must sign our work. Peppa, George and Daddy Pig gently pressed their hands into the wet concrete. Now everyone will know who poured this amazing concrete. Miss Rabbit flew everyone back to the car.
Daddy,
Shouted Peppa.
I love your job.
Me too, agreed Daddy Pig. When they got home, Mammy Pig asked Daddy Pig how their day was. Oh, just a normal day, really, said Daddy Pig. We did a little shopping, had some lunch with Granny and Grandpa Pig, and then I had to do a spot of work. He winked at Peppa and George. Peppa and George winked back at him. After their baths, Daddy Pig tucked Peppa and George into bed.
Daddy,
Said Peppa.
I love...
Peppa stopped to yawn. Yes, Peppa, said Daddy Pig.
I love you, Daddy.
Said Peppa. I love you too, said Daddy Pig. I love both my little adventurers. After such a busy day, the two little adventurers soon fell fast asleep.
Daddy Pig,
Said Mammy Pig when he came back downstairs.
what are these?
She held up the pirate costumes, hard hats, and photos from the rides at the fair.
I thought you spent the day shopping, having lunch with Granny and Grandpa Pig, and doing some work.
Well, said Daddy Pig, and then he told Mammy all about his day. Mammy Pig was very impressed. I love you, Daddy Pig, she said. You make every day an adventure. The end. Peppa Pig, Peppa's new neighbours. Daddy Pig is working hard. He is building a new house. The new house looks very small.
Is it a house for elves and fairies?
Asked Peppa. No, chuckles Daddy Pig. This is just a model. Daddy Pig shows Peppa and George a drawing of what the real house will look like.
Something is missing,
Says Peppa. She draws a swing to go outside the house. Perfect, decides Daddy Pig. Daddy Pig takes Peppa and George to see the new house. Here we are, he snorts.
But Daddy,
Says Peppa.
there's nothing here.
That's because the building work hasn't started yet, replies Daddy Pig. Mr. Bull is going to build the new house for Daddy Pig. Can you build it exactly like this, please? Says Daddy Pig.
But bigger.
Adds Peppa. Mr. Bull shouts to his friend. Mr. Pig wants a house. Is it going to be built of straw? Asked Mr. Rhino. Or sticks? Asked Mr. Labrador. Or bricks? Asked Mr. Bull. Daddy Pig wants a new house to be made out of brick. Mr. Bull gets straight to work.
Can we help?
Wonders Peppa. You can lay the first brick, smiles Mr. Bull. Mr. Bull tells George to put a blob of mortar on the ground. Mortar is a special kind of mud that sticks bricks together. Each brick must be laid straight and level. It will take ages.
Will you finish it today?
Asked Peppa. You can't build a house in a day, snorts Mr. Bull. It will be finished tomorrow. The next morning, Peppa and George go straight over to see the new house.
It's finished,
Snorts Peppa. It's almost finished, says Daddy Pig. It just needs to be inspected. Mr. Rabbit is the building inspector. He looks carefully at the new house. Very good, he decides. But you forgot the swing. Oh, no, we didn't, shouts Mr. Bull. The house is all ready for the new neighbours to move in. Mr. Wolf and his family arrive. Mr. Wolf tries huffing and puffing, but the house does not fall down. It is very strong. What is the new house made of? asks Mr. Wolf. Bricks, replies Daddy Pig, so don't even think about it. Wendy Wolf likes the new swing. Can you push me? asks Peppa.
No,
Grins Wendy.
I'll huff and puff you instead.
The end.
Hi kids, did you have fun watching this video? Then like and subscribe for more.